Imagine a world so full of people, yet so empty of goodness. A shadow was creeping across humanity, and as people's wickedness grew, God's own heart was filled with a pain so deep, it would spark a decision that would change everything. But in the middle of all that chaos, one man, Noah, found grace. He was given a task that seemed impossible: build a ship of salvation to withstand a coming storm of destruction. This is his story. This is Genesis, chapter 6. Today, we open the scriptures to a time when the world was still young, but its heart was already growing old and corrupt. Humanity was spreading across the earth, but sin was spreading even faster. This chapter walks us through a divine sorrow that leads to a terrifying judgment, but it also shines a light on the incredible power of grace and the faith of a single man who dared to walk with God when the rest of the world had turned its back. Let's begin in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1, from the New International Version. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them." These first few verses are heavy with mystery and sadness. Who were these sons of God and the Nephilim? Scholars have debated it for centuries. Were they fallen angels? Or maybe the line of Seth mixing with those who didn't follow God? We don't know for sure. But what is crystal clear is the main problem. Humanity had become corrupt, right to its very core. The passage says God's heart was deeply troubled. That isn't the anger of a distant king, but the genuine grief of a loving father watching his creation choose a path of self-destruction. But even in all that darkness, a little bit of light shines through. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So what did it really mean for Noah to be righteous and to walk with God in a world like that? It meant he was completely different. While everyone else's thoughts were bent toward evil, Noah's heart was aimed at God. He found favor or grace, not because he was flawless, but because his faith wasn't just a belief. It was something he lived out. He kept his relationship with God alive in a world that had forgotten him, and that grace would become the anchor for humanity's survival. Because of this one man's faithfulness, God provided a way out. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Right there, God lays out his plan. It's a plan of both destruction and rescue. The command to build the ark wasn't just about woodworking. It was a staggering act of faith and obedience. And did you notice that word covenant? It's the first time we see it in the Bible. A storm was coming for the wicked, but through Noah, God was making a binding promise to save a remnant of humanity and his creation. And Noah's response? It's simple, yet so powerful. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Genesis 6 really makes us feel the weight of sin and the pain it causes God. But it doesn't just leave us in the dark. It shows us that even when the world is lost, the faith of just one person can become the vessel for God's incredible grace. It's a story of judgment, without a doubt, but it's also the story of a promise, a covenant of hope. It leaves us with a big question to think about. In a world that often turns its back on God, what can we learn from a man like Noah who simply obeyed? If this story from God's Word spoke to you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more from the Audio Bible. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss what happens next as we journey into the rising waters of Genesis chapter 7. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you're in need of prayer, feel free to visit the website linked in our description. Thank you for listening. Let's keep walking in faith together.